Hello YouTube and welcome to this new video on Honkai Star Rail. On today's program we have more reaction stuff, as it was once again requested of me that I watch things regarding Cyrene. So today we shall be reacting to her golden epic trailer, but also Cyrene's personal character trailer. Basically anything and everything related to Cyrene. Now I know that Cyrene's release is surrounded by controversy because of her kit, because of the way she was portrayed in the livestream announcement for this version, and many more things. And while I do believe that some of the criticism is a bit blown out of proportion, there is a valid truth behind it all. Cyrene's kit is definitely something that is very complicated to talk about, and this is not the point of the video, but I do want to acknowledge the fact that it does have problems, at least on paper and from what I could read online. I do not have Cyrene yet, so I haven't had the chance to actually test her out myself. I do have most of the Chrysos airs. I believe the only ones I'm missing are Anaxa and Cyphera, which means that I should be able to try Cyrene with most of the Chrysos air later on, and I will actually be pulling for her probably next Friday when we start Emphorius 3.7, but the fact is that I will try her out in order to make my own opinion. And yes, despite the fact that I believe she may have issues, I am still willing to pull for her because I like the character. Now, I am also happy that she's getting some kind of a glow up, or rather that we ditch mini Cyrene in favor of tall Cyrene, but that's just because I usually prefer taller models for characters. Even though technically speaking, I do like mini Cyrene, she looks cute. And I'm also happy that we're not just getting playable mem, because that would have been something else entirely. Though I guess it would have been fun if that is what they had done. Anyway, the point is, I am very invested in the Emphorius characters. I really like all of them, except maybe for Anaxa, which explains why I didn't pull for him. And Cyphera, on the other hand, has grown quite a lot on me over time. So I do wish I had pulled for her, but I think I was trying to save maybe for another character that I might have preferred. But I think I will probably try and pull for Cyphera whenever she gets a rerun, if I have the funds for it. Because right now all of my funds will go to Cyrene. Hopefully I can get her and her light cone. What is most recommended is getting Cyrene to E2, but unfortunately with the funds I have, I don't think I can aim for E2. Now of course, once again, I do acknowledge that having to try and get her to E2 is problematic. Is it absolutely necessary? I don't know yet, since I haven't tried her out myself. But the fact is that regardless of whether it is mandatory or not to get her E2, I can't. So I shall be getting the next best thing, which is E0S1, hopefully, if I win my 50-50 and my 75-25. On top of that, I have yet another reason to pull for Cyrene, which is her voice actress, Aiden, because I absolutely love Aiden as Cyrene, and on top of that, she is also the voice actress for Clara Kakanya Vingler in Reverse 1999. And Kakanya is my main character. She is my absolute favorite character in Reverse 1999. I loved Aiden's performance as Kakanya as well, and she's just great all around. So basically, she is the last nail in the coffin that makes me say I have to pull for Cyrene. And regarding her gameplay, well, I'll see about that later on. From my understanding, she's actually a bit difficult to play with Phainon, and I am pulling for her. On top of all of the previously mentioned reasons, I am pulling for her for Phainon because I want the two of them to be together in a team. Even if it is not going to be the most optimal thing in the world, I do not care. I will make it work. Which reminds me, I should probably give a shout out to Chewy, who has a video called How to Solve Cyrene's Slow Ultimate Phainon plus Cyrene Rotation Guide. And following their guide, I will attempt to make my Phainon Cyrene core work. So I cannot thank people like them enough in order to, make my fantasies come true, where I get to play the characters I want to play together, despite the fact that the game might try to tell me to do otherwise. Because ideally, you would want to play a Cyrene in a Remembrance team, specifically Castrace's team. It's not like Castrace really needed an upgrade, honestly, at this point, but oh well, I suppose she got one anyways. But regardless, I shall do as I please with my own account, and so should you. If you decide to pull for Cyrene, good for you. If you decide to skip her, good for you too. Anyway, on that note, let's start with the Golden Epic trailer as it came out before the character trailer, and then we'll jump onto the actual character trailer.
3, 2, 1. Eyes open. Oh, the shooting star didn't arrive. But I know it might appear next time. So, I need to be prepared. Where should I start the story this time?
Oh, baby
Do you
Phainon.
like this one? Romance and reason? Working together as an unstoppable force? Or a contest between kings, with both law and strife raising the first banner of war? I see life and death never parting, so that the world has twice as much warmth. I also see the Holy Maiden of Twilight returning upon a rainbow in triumph and again. The tides rise and fall, with the ocean's songstress walking toward new life. And two beating hearts are finally honest with each other. And yet, all these warm tales still end with some small regrets. If fate only ever has one course, could this be just an overly naive dream? Could you give me more time, please? Emporius won't be forgotten. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Then, let's try this. Erase time from eternity, and leave a blank space for the final story. Hi, long time no see. Where should I start this time? Let me share a creative tip with you. Goodbye means hello. All right, it's your turn. At the very end, come imagine with me the true starry skies, just like my first hope.
Man, she looks adorable.
Would the shooting star come in like this, or this? Pity, I probably won't be around to see it, but we'll definitely meet again in the distant future. Then it's set. When the time comes, please once again call me Cyrene, okay?
Wait, is that it? Oh no, I wanted more. I needed more. Okay, I suppose we did not learn a whole lot with this trailer. It's actually pretty much everything we've already known, right? Cyrene has been witnessing and recording all of the adventures of Emporius over the course of 33 million cycles, or should I say 33,550,336 cycles? I don't remember if we are in the 37th or more cycle at this time. But the point is, she's been recording everything for a very, very long time. And the worst part is, she was duped into recording all of this. At least that is my understanding of what happened during the patch 3.6. But you know what, I have a feeling, or rather a hope, that the archives she recorded will come into play at some point during 3.7, that it will actually be worth it, that it will be useful to us in some way, shape or form. But yes, this whole trailer was all about the cycle that just repeated itself over and over and over again, right? Just as she mentions, for every ending begets a beginning. The one thing I noticed and thought was maybe a bit strange was the fact that we only saw mini Cyrene and not tall Cyrene for some reason. I'm assuming we are going to get to see tall Cyrene in the next trailer that we'll be watching, but I do find it curious that they wouldn't show her in here. Though I suppose technically speaking, tall Cyrene would probably only show up after something happens in 3.7, because technically speaking, I think we only briefly saw tall Cyrene within the game in 3.6. more technically speaking, I think I spotted her in a trailer for version 3.5 or 3.6. I don't remember exactly which one, but I was actually surprised because we didn't get to see much of her, if anything, in the actual game. My memory might be a bit confused on that one. But since we're talking about tall Cyrene, we might as well take a look at her trailer.
Just one last piece left.
Are you looking for this?
Thank you.
Her voice changed.
If 30 million pieces are needed to create the image of the end, then I hope I get to be one of the pieces. Not a powerless onlooker putting them together.
Yeah, her voice changed from being mini Cyrene to tall
Is
Cyrene.
only a fake memory? That's still something I've never had.
Ripples of past reverie. Kind of reminds me of Reverse 1999.
Where is this?
Are you trying to catch the stars?
Wait, she's on board the Express?
Have you really thought it through? All for a possibility that you may never get to see? If you choose to be an onlooker forever, then you won't have to know. How painful loneliness is. They will be the last piece required for the ending. But the price to pay is 30 million more cycles spent waiting. You don't know if destruction or tomorrow will arrive first. And the tomorrow after the end may not hold a future for you. What I fear is to gradually forget the face of the one I'm waiting for. As for that future with no tomorrow, compared to the hero's 30 million tribulations, mere waiting is a small price to pay, isn't it?
Oh, we saw Mem. She was there.
Are you looking for this?
Thank you.
From Mem to mini Cyrene to now tall Cyrene. Oh, this is 2D. The pink gremlin is here.
Come, let us pen the final stroke and end this story.
Wait a second. I saw that. This image, why is she fading away? Here we can see her in the Astral Express, here we see her in Penacony, here we see her in Bellabog, and I believe there was a moment where we could see her in the Herta space station, or at the very least we saw some bugs from the propagation, so my thought is that she might have been there because the place that we've seen these bugs appear on was the Herta space station. So I'm thinking that that is where she was. But the point is, she was everywhere we were. How? How exactly? Which then brings me back to this image, which shows that she's kind of always been there, but also no. So my question is, does that mean that she merely somehow explored all of these planets through our memories, or she was actually there with us all along, but because of however Emphorius ends, he's going to end up being completely forgotten. Or it could be a mix of both, or it could be a third option that I have not thought of at all. But it makes me feel sad and scared, because I don't want to forget her. I mean, I myself as a player will not forget her, but I don't want the characters around her to forget her either. Though not gonna lie, I still don't really know why she transforms from Mini Cyrene to Tall Cyrene. Technically speaking, I don't even know why she transformed from Mem to Mini Cyrene. Never mind. Mini Cyrene was her original form, and wait, why did she turn into Mem again? Because that I don't actually remember, but I think they might have explained it at some point. Anyway, I'm guessing that during the story of 3.7 they will explain how or why she transforms. Perhaps not in great details, but you know, just mention in passing that there was some kind of an evolution for the character and that is why she looks different. I personally quite like her new design. I have heard of some people not liking it so much, and that people shall remain unnamed. But the fact remains that I am curious as to what will bring Cyrene's transformation. I am kind of worried about starting Emphorius 3.7 because I have a feeling that I may end up shedding some tears. Like I've mentioned before, I am very emotionally invested into these characters. I really like them all, and I like the way they were written. So not only is this going to be a form of parting because it will be the end of Emphorius, but on top of that, some bad things might happen to them. You know, we don't really know if they are going to survive, if we are going to get a happy ending, or most likely, in my opinion, a bittersweet ending. So yeah, as I said, we'll probably shed a tear or two or more when I actually get to play it, which will happen most likely next Friday. And I have to say, my anticipation and my excitement for 3.7 is really high. I have said it before many times over, but I really enjoy Emphorius, and in my opinion it is the best story we've gotten in Honkai Star Rail. I liked Paniconi, I liked Belobog. Technically speaking, I also kind of liked the Xianzhou Luofu despite all the criticism it has received, but in my opinion, Emphorius is miles better than all of them combined. And don't get me wrong, they were already pretty good stories, but this one takes the cake for me. So I am very excited to actually start the ending of Emphorius. And I suppose that will be it, and I should wrap up this video. If you have found this video enjoyable or entertaining in any way, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps keep the happy in Happy LTV. If you want more story related content, I livestream every Wednesday, Thursday and Friday at 6 PM Central European Standard Time, and every Saturday at 4 PM Central European Standard Time. On top of that, I do stream on Sundays from time to time at 4 PM Central European Standard Time, but that is usually to play some Baldur's Gate 3 with my Muscle Mage playthrough or some other games. The rest of the week is generally speaking dedicated to our gacha games. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video or the next live stream.